Hey friendlies, I'm Carolyn and this is my RV life. I've shown you a lot of beautiful views along the way in the last 3 or so years that I've been making videos, but today it's all about the inside of my RV because I'm going to show you the second part of the remodel that I did on my dinette area. The last time you saw the demo part, and I think I showed you kind of the bare bones of putting it back together. But today, I'm going to show you what I did for kind of the finishing touches for now. I'm sure it's going to be a work in progress, but I did some covering of the cushions and made things look pretty and homey. And so that's what I'm going to show you today. Yeah, I know, it's beautiful here, isn't it? Poor me. So let's get started. Let's go inside. But first, look at that. There she is. Let's go inside and get finished up with the second part of the remodel.
There ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Got to find your own.
So a lot of extra food storage, all my canned goods. I had put all my food, had been all up here, my canned goods down here. But I was kind of worried that it was too heavy, and now it's my office stuff, which is really nice. It's a lot more convenient than it was underneath the table in those shelf end tables that I had underneath the table. They were really hard to get to, so I really like this. And so I just turned this around. This was the side panel of this bench, and I turned it around for the front of the new bench. And the reason I turned it around rather than using the ledge on this side is because this is even with this ledge, because this is what, when the table came down, that it rested on the ledge on this bench and then the ledge on the other bench to make the bed. And so that's why, even though this is the pretty side, I turned it around backwards. And I'll either paint this, or I bought these at Walmart. Oh, mostly just because I need something to make it level with the existing floor, because I don't want to tear out the existing floor. I just want to put new flooring on top of it, and I figured I needed something to kind of level this, and so I bought this. It was only 10 bucks for a case, but I'm thinking what I might do is cut these down for this. I think I'll cut this down and cover this with it, and then just maybe paint the outside ledges black. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then on this one, this is kind of makeshift for now, but it's working. I screwed in and glued another piece of wood level with this to hold the bench here. And the first time I screwed it in, it didn't hold. So I screwed it in, I added a couple screws, glue, and then the door from this door from the other bench fit perfectly underneath it to give it more support. So right now it's just wedged underneath there. I think what I will probably do, some of this is just, I thought was temporary. I just kind of wanted to see how I like the layout. And so like a lot of things aren't extra screwed in, although I did kind of glue and screw in that one ledge on the back. But yeah. But everything seems to be working, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I might just live with this for a few months or maybe a year and then decide to change it again, but right now I'm really liking it. And I put a bar across the other end of it so that it would hold that long panel in place. So this panel is bolted to the floor. Yeah, so I screwed it to the floor with some brackets. I screwed it here with some brackets, and then what was happening is when I put the wood on top of it and I sat on it, this end was bowing out so that it was falling, and so I just added another bracket here and found this piece of wood from the old setup and bracketed it to the wall here and bracketed it here so that this stays nice and firmly in place and it doesn't bow out. And so I don't have the problem anymore. One problem I am having is that it does the wood does slide this way when I sit here. And so for right now, luckily I found this and I just wedged the basket in there because I don't know what I'm going to do with this space yet anyway. So it's kind of a mess. And trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this space. I think I might just put, if I can find like a narrow, or maybe I'll just use the baskets, but I was thinking just a narrow footstool or something with storage in it. Something like that. Can never have too much storage. I've got plenty of storage. And that's my setup. And you'll see this bench here, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed at all. I left this one completely intact. And it's really nice. On this one, they drilled holes and stuff, so it makes it easier to lift. I'm going to have to buy, I'm thinking maybe a Dremel. I'll just buy a Dremel. I can do a lot with a Dremel. And I can, I think, probably drill some holes so that it's easier to pick up. But there we go. So just slide that up onto that little ledge. And this goes, that has gone up here to prevent that from sliding. I'm going to do something with that. And when I do, I'll let you know. But right now, that's the way it is. Because I took all the stuff to the dump. All the old stuff, because I just felt, you know, like a homeless camp. I didn't want to look. I had a pile of stuff outside my rig for about a week, and I just didn't want to look like I was going to leave it there. So I took it all to the dump, and now I wish I had left some of it. I probably could have used it to bolster that in, but yeah, there we go. I like it. My L-shaped seating area. And because I wanted to reuse as much of the materials that I had in my old dinette as possible, use and recycle, right? Because I am trying to be more minimalist than I used to be, that's for sure. And so I like I said before, I had thought about getting a futon to put in here, but then I thought, you know, if I can reuse and recycle everything that's here, and I'm really going to get more of what I want out of it, then why not? And so that means also reusing and recycling the awful cushions. They're just dirty and old and worn, but I'm going to reuse and recycle these for my new remodel, and look what I found! Sorry, Sadie. Okay. These are amazing. I found these on Amazon. They're couch covers, and they fit my, you'll see, they fit the cushions perfectly. Look at that. They come in like, I don't know, 20 different colors and patterns. And I got the medium size for the bottom cushions, and they fit perfectly. They're super taut. The only thing I don't like about this, I love the pattern, I love the color, but it's kind of, I don't know. Remember when you were a kid and they made bedspreads out of this? It's like, I don't think it's chenille. And everything sticks to it. All the lint sticks to it. All the stuff, the sticks and the burrs and the cactus and everything that Sadie brings in sticks to it. But they have faux suede. I think they even have like a more plasticky cover as well. So I think that it's just this pattern that's really sticky. I think some of the other ones may not be as bad, but still, you know, that's okay. I ordered another set that I'm going to put on the bottom, and I'm going to show you why in a minute, but that'll also help me just kind of rotate them and wash them as I need to. So I love these. I'm going to put links to everything that you see in this video for my RV remodel in the description of this video. They're all Amazon links, and just a reminder, I am an Amazon affiliate, so every time you shop Amazon through one of my links or through my store, I earn a little commission. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It's just another great way to support my channel. So I'm going to put links to everything below, and whether you buy this stuff or not, buy something else, if do your normal shopping, I earn a little. So I'm going to put links to these. I love these. These are awesome. Another thing that I bought though is because these are old and worn, and they're not as comfortable as they probably were when they were brand new. The stuff wears out. I bought some memory foam. I bought a twin extra long memory foam, and I've already cut it down to size. It's a little short on the width. So unfortunately it's a little short on the width, and I don't know if that's just because I cut it wrong. I'm not patient. I'm sitting here one night on it and I just wanted to do it, and so I broke out the scissors and it was hard to cut. I could have been, I'm not a precision person, but it works. And I got the cool gel because I don't want something that's going to be super hot in the summer, because it does retain the heat in here a little bit. So they have lavender and which would be nice to sleep on. They had a couple different options, and again, I'm going to put a link below, but I opted for the cool gel because I want something cool on my butt when I'm working long hours in the summer. And what I did already on this one, you will see, is I was able to unzip it. And the reason I'm putting it inside is two reasons. The memory foam really attracted stuff to the covers, and it really stuck with the memory foam, because at first I just put it on top. And the other thing, of course, is it slides around. So if I can fit it inside the existing cover, the existing zip case, then that really helps keep everything in place. And and stuff doesn't stick as much to this as it does to this from underneath. You know what I mean. This isn't as easy as it looks. All right, that was a little bit easier than the first one. And the zipper's not fried, so maybe I can close it. Oh! You always get better the second time around, right? Nice. It's a little bowed, but after I sit on it a while, I'm sure it'll flatten right out. Yeah, and you can see there's lots of lint, lots of stuff on it. So I'm only using one of the back cushions that came with the dinette set for the dinette. I did hold on to the other one, and right now I'm kind of using it on my bed. Sometimes I like to read back there, and actually I bought a new Chromebook, so sometimes I just lay in bed and watch TV rather than here, although not so much now that I have the new setup. But I'm only using one cushion, and the reason is I mostly sit here to look out. I have been mostly working with the desk on the wall, just in the stowed away position, and I have more room on the bench without the cushion. So I'm only using pillows as I need them on the backdrop of that. But I am using the one cushion for the backdrop on the long side of it, on the other side of it where my cab is, because there is no back there at all. It's just the driver's seat back and a little bit of wall. So I am using one cushion, and let me show you what I got. So I found, again, on Amazon. I love online shopping. And again, trying to recycle and reuse this. I figure this is, better than buying a whole new pillow. So I found these bench covers. These are like dining bench covers, and they fit perfectly. I got a blue velvet, which I am really liking. And they fit perfectly. And then they have these clasps to hold them in place, which I really like. And look at that, voila! Is that beautiful or what? So once again, it's just another cover that I found on Amazon. Links right here and links in the description to cover up my old cushions without having to replace them. So I'm pretty happy with this. And also, in the spirit of reuse and recycle, these came in since I first started shooting this video. So I have been able to find pillow covers, and I talked about how my new kind of bohemian gypsy style is all about colors and textures and patterns. Well, mostly colors and textures. So I found these velvet-like blue. So just to kind of make things a little more visually interesting in here and a little more eclectic looking. I bought these, and this is what these are my old pillows that were originally inside these. Sadie ate one of these. How many of you saw the webinar that I did for Howa about boondocking? While I was sitting there doing the webinar, I was literally sitting there talking, watching Sadie on my bed chew up one of these pillows. She seems to go crazy over the memory foam, and it was the pillow that I put the memory foam in, and I just had to sit there and kind of, you know, be a professional and try to be, you know, on my live streams is a little different, but when I was doing something for Howa, a teaching webinar, I didn't want to get up and have to go and take care of my dog. So she ate one of those, so now I have 3 of those and 2 of these, so I thought we'd just make it an even 2 of each. The tie-dye kind of Indian-ish pattern, and this. These are nice. I'm going to put a link to these in the video description. I can't remember how much they were. I'm pretty sure they came in a set of 2. I'll put, as I'm editing, I'll figure out how much they are, and I'll put it right here so you know how much they are. But look at that. Aren't they pretty? And they're nice. This is nice and soft. I really like this. So that's my pillows. These pillow covers. I bought these a while ago for my bed, but right now they're going on the... Sadie got a hold of one. But right now they're going on my new living room. Where's the zipper? Here it is. And what I like is I'm seeing this more and more now. They're just selling the covers so that, you know, my old pillows that I've had, I think, I've had these a long time. My old pillows, which there's nothing wrong with, I just wanted to update the look. Instead of tossing these out because there's nothing wrong with them, I just bought these covers. And so I'm able to change the look without too much waste. From Amazon. Amazon's a little slow right now because they're making sure people get food before they send stuff like this. And, you know, I feel a little guilty, but I mean, I think a lot of people are probably remodeling and stuff while they're sheltering in place. And I don't know. I mean, it keeps people working, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's a double-edged sword. It keeps them working, but I know. So these came, there's 4 different patterns of these, and I will put a link in the description. And then, oh, here's the other 2. Here's the other 2. Yeah, they're kind of nice, huh? I like them. So I'm looking for a very eclectic, colorful look. One other thing that I did to update the look in here is I didn't get rid of the curtains, because those curtains are kind of neutral, right? But I wanted to liven it up in here. So I bought a couple, I just bought 1 set of red panels, and I put that in there, and I love it in here, especially at night. It's so cozy and comfortable with my Lucy Light candle flickers. I'll show you. It's really pretty. So I'm going to finish putting everything together and show you what it looks like. I think I've covered everything. The next video will be floors. When I get around to doing the floors, I will show you what I'm going to do. I've been looking at different vinyl. I'm not really sure yet. I haven't chosen a pattern or anything. I think eventually I might do the fake tile behind my stove as well. But again, you know, I'm kind of going like, there's nothing wrong with it the way it is. And how much do we spend, and how many resources and how much trauma do we put on the planet for producing things just for, not eclectic. What's the word I'm looking for? Just for aesthetics, right? So since I've been in this RV, I have kind of gone back and forth on that. There's a lot of things I can do. I could redo the countertops. I could put the fake tile, which is a bunch of plastic, up on the back, but there's nothing wrong with what I have. It doesn't even look that bad. It would just make it look better, but how important is that really in the big scheme of things? And so I struggle oftentimes with wanting to feel comfortable and cozy and have nice things around me. I think we all do, right? And being more mindful about the bigger picture and what it's doing to the planet. Okay, so that's the couch, but before I completely put it together, let me show you what I have done for my workspace. You're gonna like this. Okay, so having a workspace was something critical. I have to have a workspace because I work. And so I did a lot of, this is the most expensive thing about this whole project, was I bought a table. I spent $100 on it. I really didn't need to. I could have just bought a piece of wood and put legs on it and stuff like that. But number one, I don't have the tools. Number two, I wasn't really confident in my skills to be able to build something. I should have been, because this actually wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. And so I just bought a table. I think it was $100. I got it at Kohl's. And it was really important for me to find the right size and the right legs. I wanted something, I knew I wanted something that would fit over the end of this L-shaped, so that when I wasn't using it, I could just easily store it and it could become a table for my laptop when I watch TV. And I didn't want it to stick out too far. I didn't want it to be too wide. And so yeah, that's why I chose this table. It's the perfect size, and I'll put a link to it in the description below. But it's the perfect size for fitting in here. I think it's not much longer than what the original bench was, so it doesn't go out too far. And the beauty, so what I did is I only put the legs on one side, and then on the other side, can you see it? On the other side, I installed the leg from the dinette table that was in here. Look at that. So the drop leg that's on a hinge. So if I want to sit here and work like this, I can do that. It's a little wobbly. I think I'm going to have to, it worked fine like the first day, but now it's a little wobbly. So I think I'm going to have to do a little bit more configuring, maybe a new leg on that, but I definitely want something that's hinged so that I can put it away when I want it to. It's fine. So I can totally work on it like this. And I have one more thing to show you. Okay, the other thing I did is I screwed in and glued a ledge here. Watch this. Ta-da! So if I have company, we can eat here, and I can also work this way. This is really, so that leg hasn't been a big deal because I don't really use it. I usually work like this, or I'm actually finding, hi Sadie, she loves climbing on the table. Can you get down, little girl? Can you get down? Sit. Off. You have to go to the bathroom, don't you? I think you have to go outside. You have to go potty? I think you do. You have to go potty, huh? What's surprising me is that I really don't mind working sideways. I'm not spending a lot of time typing. All of my work is editing, which is mostly mouse work. So it's totally fine for me to be sitting like this with the laptop at an angle, and I with the pillows behind me, I feel like I've got plenty of back support. When I get uncomfortable, I can switch around, and I'm pretty comfortable working here, whether the table is here in the middle or over against the edge. And I put it in the middle because I can also, if I move it all the way to the edge, I can work like this if I want to. So I'm really enjoying the layout and having the options to move the tables depending on my mood or how my body feels. So what I did is I just put this bracket here so that it rests nicely along here when the table is just stowed away. And then on, this is my makeshift. I don't ever use the outlets because I'm never plugged in. So in order to level it out and make sure it doesn't sink, I just glued together this for extra support right here, and that works. And then you'll see that it's kind of messy. I still have to clean it up. What's surprising me is that I kind of like working like this. This is pretty much the way I've been working since I had this setup done. I don't know, what's it been, a couple weeks now. So this is kind of nice. And then when I just want to relax and watch TV, I just turn it around and it's comfortable. I love it. And I love being able to get up in the morning and just sit sit here and look out the door with my coffee if I want, if I don't go outside. I really like this setup a lot. This is really nice. So a few of you asked if this was comfortable. You looked at it and you thought it didn't look very comfortable. You know what? It's probably not as comfortable as recliners, or even if I put a futon in, or a couch. But I really wanted to see what I could build with what I had without buying extra stuff. Again, just trying to not fill up the landfills with stuff. So I repurposed, reused, recycled what I had and just added a few touches to make it comfortable and homey. I was just having a conversation with a friend, and if many of you saw the live stream with my friend Bob Wells about living in an RV versus living in a van, I'll put a, you know what, I think I can put a card up here, so if you want to check that out. And one of the last question we had was about, does living in a van feel like you're always camping? And one thing that I have been kind of noticing lately is my life has become a little too comfortable and a little too easy. I know that sounds crazy. And so I think about that. You know, I don't feel like I'm camping anymore. I feel like I'm lugging my comfortable apartment around with me, especially since I did this. I'm actually feeling less inclined to move, and I'm not really sure how I feel about that. So comfort is not something I'm necessarily chasing at this point. I know that sounds weird, but I want it to be comfortable enough to work, and right now it suits me just fine. You know, it is comfortable. I do lay in here and watch TV, and I sit here and I enjoy my coffee in the morning. I love the new layout, and it's comfortable. Let's say this, it's comfortable enough for me. So I hope you enjoyed seeing how I was able to remodel my RV with all of the accessories and everything. It was probably under $200 by recycling, reusing everything that I already had, and not even using fancy tools. I used a drill and a hammer and an axe. I think that's it, right? So anybody can do this, and that's the reason I turn on the camera and show you these things that I do, because like I've said from my very first video, my goal is to show you that if I can do it, you can do it too, whatever it is. So I hope you got something out of this. I hope you're inspired to do whatever you want to do in your life. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Stay tuned as my space evolves. I will definitely share with you what I do. If I decide to tear this out and do go ahead and decide I want more comfort, I will let you know, and also whatever I decide with the floor. So stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe below if you haven't already. Double check your notifications to make sure your notifications are turned on, so as soon as I put out a video, you see it, so you never miss a thing. And for those of you who keep missing live streams, check your notifications, because you will be notified when I go live, and I don't always plan them. I am so grateful and so thankful for all of you. I'm really happy you're here on this journey with me. I'll see you next time. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. Mwah. See you soon from my new space. I love it.